All right, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the announcement of the cage winner, and that's going to be right here in this video. I can hear you laughing in the background. Don't pay any attention to her. The winner of the cage is Darren Bellamy from Ohio. We just talked to him on the phone. Awesome guy. He's really excited. He has a 4-seat Can-Am X3. Go figure. The one we haven't done yet. We're really excited to build it. So, huge thank you to every single one of you guys that entered and supported us in that. It seemed like it was a hit, so we're definitely going to do it again in the future. It's a lot of fun for us. Everybody needs a cage. So we'll try to help everybody out with that. We'll keep doing the cages if that's what you guys like. So we're looking forward to that. It was nice talking to you, and we can't wait till, I think, April, May, I think, is when we decided. So you guys will see that coming up on the channel. We have a couple cage builds that we need to get in there and get done before we can get him in. So we're planning on building his April, May area. So we'll film that so you guys can see that build. And I think that's about it. We're going to let you get into this video. And some exciting things are going to happen towards Zip Tie 2.0. So stay tuned for that video here. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you everyone again, and we'll see you here in this video. Okay, ready to go. All right, we have a very exciting, I can't concentrate when you're behind me. Very exciting video for you guys today. Something that may have never been done before, we're not sure. We're gonna claim it in this video. We have a prototype product to test for you. We're gonna install it today. If you saw the thumbnail, you might already know. And I think we said in the previous video that we were going to put it on Sherry's machine, but we've decided to put it on Zip Tie 2.0 just because Sherry's bumper comes down and it bolts into an area that we're not sure if it will be in the way or not. We'll let you know if we think it will be. But we have a rear steer system for you, and like I said, this is a prototype system. It's not available on the market yet, and they're looking for feedback. So in the comments after we're watching this video, let them know what you think. They're gonna price it at about $1,500. Let us know what you think after seeing it. Let them know in the comments, and if you have any tips, tricks, ideas, they're looking for all the feedback. So I'm gonna go through the parts here and let you know what we have. So first, this rear steer system is going to take place at the middle radius rods. It's going to use the few degrees of play that's already in the bushings in the Can-Am on the rear knuckles for the tilt. So that's kind of the basics. This system right here, this takes part of your pull plate. You can kind of see it resembles a pull plate here. Top pull plate bolts, bottom pull plate bolts, middle radius rods go here, which are right there. These are the radius rods. Right now they are sitting at 6061 billet aluminum. Again, though, everything is subject to change. We're just going to be testing it to make sure everything is strong enough, holds. Let them know our feedback. This is the power plant, which will get bolted in here like this. Wiring harness, very, very, very simple as of right now. So this will go up, plug into here. This is kind of like an extension. This will go in the dash. This gets plugged into the extension. This goes to your positive and negative. It's that simple. This is left, right. As of right now, there is no self-centering gauge, or it's not automatically self-centering. and they're looking for feedback on that. If they get an overwhelming amount, they said that they might add it, but it's gonna up the cost, which is understandable. So right now they are working on a prototype gauge to tell you visually where you're at. So there's always that option too. But that little left and right button I showed you will go right in this area too. So it'll actually, I'll show you. Sherry, you want to grab that for me? That left and right button. The rear steering. It's pretty sweet actually. Hold that door for me. So this will go right around in this area, like this. So that's where it'll go. Pretty sweet setup. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna install it. I'm gonna read the instructions that it sent me, so I can make sure I'm doing it right for you guys. It's gonna be a really cool process to have. I don't know it's going to be something that we use every mile that we're riding, but I really think that it's going to come in handy in a lot of different areas, a lot of different situations, switchbacks, and rocks, trying to maneuver and stuff. So that's the game plan. I'll give you a look at this design. It looks like 5/8 Heim joints. I don't know the brand of Heim joints. I'm sure I could find out. These are the spacers that go into Heims. And this plate right here is a self-alignment. They send that from the factory. That way it's on like true center. So this won't allow it to get off center. So you'll leave that in until a later date, and I'll tell you that. So first thing we need to do is we need to take all of these bolts off. We're going to remove this pull plate. We're going to take the middle radius rod and we're going to set it aside, and we're going to take these middle radius rod bolts and we're going to cut them off. And that's pretty much the only modification that you have to do. The two middle radius rod bolts are on a plate, so when you cut them off, you just reach in there, pull the plate, and then if you would happen to go back to stock, all you would have to do is put a bolt through this way and put a nut on the inside, which is better anyway because these are studs. So right now you have to actually remove the whole plate to be able to get a radius rod out. If you just used bolts, then you could pull that bolt, pull this out. So that's the plan. We're going to take this off. We're going to unbolt this here, and we're going to remove the middle rods and the pull plate. Ready? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll show you on here. You can see that's how much travel you have in these bushings. So that's what you're going to utilize. One thing to note is what I did before we started this video is I measured the outside to outside, and the way it's sitting right now at full droop, I'm at 65 inches. So when we put the radius rods back on, that's where we're going to shoot for, to make sure that our toe and camber is where we want it to be. So next thing I got to do is I got to cut these off. We'll cut them here really close, push these in, and we're going to not utilize those anymore. And always remember, safety first. Now the fun part, gotta get that out.
Are we there yet?
It's magic. When in doubt,
magnet it out.
3 foot long magnet to fish that out. Worked perfect. Alright, so now we're ready to bolt that puppy in place, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's grab it.
Just this one first?
Yes.
Or do you have to hook those onto this?
Yes. So, we are going to install these. Thread these in. Right-handed, left-handed. So this is adjustable while you're on the machine, which is awesome. We're going to thread these in until there's an 1/8 inch of thread showing. I want to show them that, Sherry. Back here, you're going to want an 1/8 inch of thread. Kind of hard to see right there. 1/8 inch of thread right here. All right. All right. So after you have the pull plate bracket assembly on, just start the nuts. Just have it loose sitting here, and then we're gonna set these spacers into the heim joint here to take up, make sure it's the right width, and then we're gonna pull out on that knuckle a little bit. Okay, then we're gonna put it inside the knuckle. Nice fit. And we're going to slide the bolt through. You're going to use your, on double shear knuckles, you're going to use your stock hardware. On single shear, you will have hardware supplied to you. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to repeat the process over there. Put our spacers in, put the bolt through, put the nut on, and then we'll probably go ahead and we'll cinch these down. Okay, now with the outer two tight on the spindle here, the hub, we're going to come up here and I'm going to go ahead and cinch these 4 bolts down tight. There is a torque spec on these, but for me, I like them as tight as I can get them, because these holes back here on the stock cage are known to wallow out. Mine, however, this machine has 11,000 miles on it, and mine are not wallowed out, so I just tighten these fairly tight. So now that we did this step, the outside's tight, this bracket's tight, this is tight. This is tight. What we're going to do now is we're going to set our toe. So we're going to shoot for that measurement that I had before. I mean, obviously you can kind of look by eye and get it close, but we're going to shoot for 46.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
I knew you were there. You were waiting for me to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Oh no, 2-person job again. We're at 45 3/4. So
This one looks like it has to go out a little
I think
bit.
it's that one. This one looks really close. You can do the old string method, pull a string to check for straight, but by eye that one looks like it's off a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen the jam nuts and spin this. Okay. Now at this time, probably want to check with a string or a level to make sure it's straight, but this will get you close. This will get you a starting point.
It's a thing with a cord.
This is your electronic actuator. So remember that plate I told you? This plate, you can pull it out at this time. This is to keep the bracket assembly centered. So this side is fixed, it doesn't move. This side moves. So when you go in, this is pulled this way. When you go out, this is pushed this way. So this keeps it centered. You don't want to get off center, obviously, because that'll mess your alignment up. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to bolt this. We're going to take this out, and then we're going to put this in its place and bolt it together. Nylon lock nuts on the bottom. Go ahead and tighten these down. Okay, that's it. All we gotta do is hook up the wiring now. So far, very simple installation, and an even simpler wiring. All you have to do is hook positive and negative up, and then the bracket bolts into a spot. There's already 2 bolts up there. I'll show you. No modifications needed other than cutting those 2 bolts off. So we're gonna run the wiring. We're gonna run this one up through the center console, and then we're gonna pull the seat out, and there's a like a little bus bar. We're just gonna hook the positive negative up, run the switch, and that's it. We'll show you that. Okay, tires are back on.
All done. We did it all.
Almost done. It was pretty cool looking. I think
18s and 13s.
yeah, for the seat. So I mean, first looks, the only issue that I see so far is coming down off of stuff. This could potentially hit something. Once you get this, you'll know that it is extremely beefy. This is a prototype, so I'm sure changes will be made, but so far it's very strong built. It looks like this coming out the back worries me a tad, just for the riding that we do, but my pull plate and everything back here has never gotten beat up, so I don't know how many rocks I'm going to come down on and actually hit this. I don't know, because most of the time the rocks aren't directly under me, and if I'm going over a rock tall enough to hit this, I'm probably dragging on it. To be determined. That's what we're here to test for, to make sure that everything is going to work right. So far, these seem very stout and beefy. Really happy with the fitment so far. The heims are nice. And so right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go up inside. We're going to pull the seat right here. We're going to pull this. We're going to take the 13mm out. 2 13s up front, 2 18s in the back. They're just nuts in the back. Once that seat is out, we'll be able to get underneath this kick panel here, and that's where we're going to hook the wiring to, which is right back here. So right here, literally all you need to do is hook positive and negative up. Obviously red's positive, black's negative, and run the wiring, plug it in, done. So while Sherry's taking the seat out, I'll show you how we're going to mount this switch. You take these out right here. Pretty simple so far. Take those out, set those here, set those there so they don't get lost. You're gonna bring this in.
Seems like you don't have enough hands there, fella.
I don't. Well, we're making do with what we got.
2 hands, that's all you got.
This is gonna go right there. Thank you.
Oh, that's not me, that's you. That's your third hand. Forward.
It's always nice to have a buddy help you.
Forward. I'm a buddy. Forward.
You can't see, you pull it. Right there. Okay, now, here. Switch me.
Which way do I know?
There you go. Got it. Okay, tighten it down. Look how awesome that is.
Sounds to me like Emma needs to be here for all this awesomeness.
And look, bam, bam. Like I did say earlier, they are working on a say self-centering gauge.
AC,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Self-centering gauge. That way you guys know, where your tires are. That way you're not crab walking. They do. You're so weird. They do have a procedure for finding center. What you'll do, we'll show you here in a little bit, but you're gonna take this straight. You're gonna clock this all the way one way, and then you're gonna drive straight, and you're gonna steer to where you're going straight with your tires, and then you'll put a piece of tape, and then you'll go all the way left, and you'll turn your steering wheel to where you're crab walking, but you're driving straight, and you'll put a piece of tape, and there's either a measurement or a certain distance from center from where you're supposed to be. It's a pretty simple procedure. I can show you that though, but now you want me to help you?
I need more than one hand.
Okay. As we stand here in this dark shadowed area, ran the wire out the back, plugged it in, a couple zip ties to keep it out of the way. Gonna plug it in here. We're gonna tuck that wiring in there. Installed. Not bad at all. It is dark out. I can cycle it here, but we're gonna wait until tomorrow. Next clip for you, so we can actually drive it and let you see it, but we'll show you. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna see actually how much. We are running oversized tires. We have aftermarket trailing arms, which a lot of people do. So that's why we're gonna be in the testing phase. We have 4.3 wheels. We don't know if we're gonna rub in here, if there's that much, or the more we come this way, we might miss it and we might come into here. We're not really sure. That's what the testing's all about. But if you're running 32s, then you have to have an offset tire, or else you will rub. So whatever situation we're running into, chances are you might be running into the same situation. So this is a 64-inch X3. This is what we're going to be testing it on. For now, we're going to call it a night. Tomorrow, when it's light out, we'll take this out, we'll drive it around, and we'll show you what it does. So coming up in the next clip, you'll see this outside. Alright, we have the rear steer on. Sherry's inside. We're going to take you down the road, and we're going to see what it does. It looks funny.
It feels funny.
Yeah. You feel like the steering wheel doesn't move. Let me see it once. I'll show them how the steering wheel does it while I'm driving. Okay. Want to ride along?
I didn't get to see it from out here yet.
Okay. Alright, there's the switch. We're going to go all the way one way. You can see the steering wheel. Now I'm going to go all the way the other way. And it literally like self-aligns itself. So that's it, man. That is that's a wild system, I'll tell you. It is something that I have never seen before on an X3. I've seen on a few out near like Sand Hollow area, but we're lucky enough to be able to test this prototype. Nothing here is 100% set in stone. The price, the product, the radius rods, none of that is actually 100%. So what you see might not be exactly what you get, but definitely let us know your feedback in the comments so we can relay that message to them. And man, this thing is gonna be epic in switchbacks. You can whip around a switchback real tight, areas that you need to get into that might be hard, rock crawling, Sand Hollow area type Moab stuff. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be something that is used every single ride, but it might be one of those things that when you don't have it, or when you do have it and then you don't, it's one of those things you might not be able to live without. So definitely excited to have the opportunity to test this out. We will let you know. Oh man, it's gonna be pretty wild testing it out. I'm pretty excited to see. We have some areas that I think we'll be able to test it out and give a good look at it, and definitely stay tuned. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you to all of our channel members, our patrons, and our sponsors up on the screen. Thanks to you guys for watching the videos and liking and commenting, and let us know what you think. This thing's gonna be pretty wild.